Good morning, everyone, or afternoon, depending on where you are at or located today. It is the morning for our West Coasters over here. But good morning. I hope you all had a great long weekend. Welcome to the morning stretch break. We're going to go ahead and get started. So if you have anything today that is tight or any areas that need a little extra love, go ahead and drop that in the chat box and I'll add that into what we're going to be doing today. But the main focus I have for us this morning is going to be a little bit of neck and upper back work. I don't know about you guys, but my stuff up here is a little sore from the weekend. So we can go ahead and get started in standing. And if you drop anything in the chat anytime, I'll go ahead and keep an eye out on that. But we're going to stand up. And what we're going to do is we're going to stretch out our neck a little bit first. So I'm going to start with my right hand. I'm going to take that behind my back, palm out in between the shoulder blades here. Standing up nice and tall, I'm then going to bring my left ear to the left shoulder. And I'm going to bring my left hand on top of my head. So as we're standing here, our core is tight, our pelvis is tucked. So if you see from this angle, I'm not arching my back here. We're standing up nice and tall. We're taking nice, big, deep breaths. We're going to start to feel that stretch all through the side of our neck here. Want to make sure we're not pulling down on our head. Our hand is just resting there. Nice, big, deep inhales. Slowly exhaling, sighing away that tension. On our next exhale, we're going to go ahead and bring that chin towards the chest, looking towards the ground. Face is going to be roughly in the armpit here. And hand is still on top of the head. That's going to start to help us release our upper traps here, our upper shoulders, and the back of our neck. So those can get pretty tight just from sitting or being in a hunched over position. I know for me all weekend at softball, it was a little cold on Friday and Saturday. So when I'm cold, I tense up. So my traps are a little sore today. Still breathing nice and deep, slowly exhaling. We're going to do one more big deep breath here. And on the exhale, we're going to go ahead and bring the head back to center. We can drop our hands towards our sides. We can shake our arms out if your arms got a little tight from being behind your back. We're going to do that same thing on the other side. So now my left hand is going to go in between my shoulder blades, palm out. And the right ear is going to come to the right shoulder, right hand on top of the head. Nice, big, deep belly breaths. We're feeling that stretch all on the side of our neck today. Keeping that pelvis tucked. Great job, everyone. Sighing away that tension we feel today. Everyone's doing great. We're going to do one more deep breath here. And on the exhale, same thing. We're to bring that chin to the chest. Hand is still on top of the head. Our face is kind of in the armpit, if you can see from that angle here. And that's going to help us again, stretching out our traps. So that top part of the shoulder and the back of the neck. I'm going to stretch that on out. Sighing away that tension, really relaxing into the stretch with each exhale. Awesome. Let's go ahead and do one more deep breath here. And on the exhale, we can bring that head back to center, drop our hands to our sides. We can go ahead and shake out our arms a little bit. What I like to do sometimes is hug the world, hug yourself, hug the world, hug yourself. Get those arms going, get some blood flowing here. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to get on our hands and our knees here. And we're going to do my favorite stretch, some reach throughs here. So getting onto the ground here on the hands and your knees. And from here, we're going to do an active stretch and then a little bit of a passive stretch. So I'm actually going to face the camera this way here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take my right arm here And I'm gonna reach through as far as I can between my left arm and my left leg. So we're reaching through, inhaling nice and deep. And on the exhale, we're gonna take that same arm and we're opening up towards the ceiling. So we wanna make sure we're following our eyes with our hand. And by that, I mean the other way around. So your eyes are following your hand. That makes sense. I guess it's the first day of the week here for us today. So your eyes are following your thumb. You're inhaling as you reach through, exhaling, rotating towards the ceiling. So we're getting some movement in our spine here today. We're gonna do that one more time. So we're gonna reach through in between our left arm and our left leg, inhaling and exhaling towards the ceiling here, following that gaze to the ceiling here. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna reach through, same thing here, but what we're gonna do is as we reach through, our hand's gonna stay on the ground here. I'll turn for this one. We're gonna have the back of the hand on the ground. Our head is gonna come towards the ground here. And we're gonna push the back of our hand into the ground. We're gonna pull away with our upper back. This is gonna help open our upper back a little bit more. We're gonna feel that stretch right under our shoulder blade here. So that's gonna help us stretch anything out, get some tension relief here. We're inhaling nice and deep into our chest, feeling that upper back expand. Exhaling nice and slow through the mouth, sawing away that tension. Great job. We're going to do one more deep breath here. And on the exhale, we can bring that right hand right back up under that right shoulder onto our hands and our knees. Awesome job, everyone. We're going to do that same thing now on the other side. So we're going to do 3 active, 1 passive. Okay, so now I'm taking my left hand. I'm going to inhale, reach as far as I can in between my right arm and my right leg. And we're going to exhale, opening up towards the ceiling, gazing past our thumb the whole time. And we're going to do that again. So we're inhaling, reaching through as far as we can. Try and reach a little further each time. We're going to exhale, and we're going to open up towards the ceiling, keeping that the right hand nice and straight as well as the left hand reaching toward the ceiling. And we're inhaling one more time, reaching through. And we're exhaling towards the ceiling. And on this next one, we're going to do that passive stretch. So left hand through, hand is on the ground, pressing into the ground with our hand, pulling away with the upper back. You're going to feel it stretch right under the shoulder blade. We're breathing nice and deep into the chest. Feeling that stretch expanding with each inhale. Sawing away that tension with each exhale. Great job, everyone. Let's go ahead and do one more big inhale here. And we're going to slowly exhale and return that left hand under the left shoulder. And from here, we are still going to be on the ground. This is going to be the last thing we're going to do here is we're going to lay on our side. So I'm going to start off on my left side here. My knees are going to be at a 90-degree angle. So we're going to have both our feet on top of each other, 90-degree angle in the hip and in the knees. And if you need to grab a pillow or something to rest your head on, feel free to go ahead and grab that. You have a few seconds to do so because I'm going to demonstrate one of these before we get started. So we're going to have both of our hands in front of us here. So hands are straight out in front. What we're going to do is we're going to take a nice big deep breath. So we're going to inhale. As we inhale, that top hand, so right hand, since I'm on my left side, is going to sweep. We're going to drag those fingers all the way up and over our head. And we're opening up. We're going to gaze past that thumb again. So our head is turning with our body. We want both our shoulders to be on the ground while those knees are still together. We're going to take a deep breath here, feeling that opening up our spine, opening up our shoulders a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and sweep that back to that starting position here. So we're going to do that a few times on each side, about 3 times each side. So we're going to inhale nice and deep. dragging that hand up and over, keeping that hand in contact, our fingers with the ground, both shoulders aiming to be on the ground. We're inhaling nice and deep here. Taking a full deep breath. As we exhale, bringing those fingers back to that starting position. We can go ahead and move at your own pace here, but making sure we're focusing on the breath. We're following the gaze of our hand here, following our thumbs. And wherever we're at, we're going to go ahead and do one more on this side, and then we're going to flip over onto the other side. So focusing on that breath, reaching up and over, stretching out our chest, our shoulders, getting some rotation in again. And we're coming back to that starting position here. Awesome job. Once we get to that starting position, we're going to go ahead and switch to the other side. So I was on my left side. Now I'm going to be laying on my right side here. Hands straight out in front. On my right side here, so my left arm is going to come up and over as I inhale nice and deep, watching my hand the whole time. Our arms are open like a T, gazing past our thumb of the left hand, and then returning back to that starting position. Great job, everyone. Moving at a nice pace for you. Feeling that torso or spine is feeling nice and open here. You may notice that one side is a little tighter than the other. That's why we do things on one side at a time, so that way it evens things out. Let's go ahead, wherever we're at, we're going to do one more here. One big sweep overhead, gazing past that hand. Nice big deep breath while we're open, closing, sweeping back over. And once we finish that last rep, we can return onto your hands and your knees, or you can stay laying on the ground, kneeling, seated, standing, however you would like to finish out this stretch break. But that's going to be all the time I have for you all this morning. Thank you all for joining me. It's always nice to get some nice stretching in at any time of the day. Don't forget, we do have our virtual blood drive is going on this month in June. So you can sign up at any time for your appointment to happen during this month to help, help save lives and participate in something really fun. So don't forget to sign up for that. We do also have a step challenge coming up. Registration will be opening in the middle of the month. So we'll have more details coming soon. So definitely stay tuned for all of that. And you can find all of our information on SharePoint. So just type in Access at Autodesk into Autodesk One to find out. And thank you all again for joining me. We do have another stretch break today at 2:30, as well as a bodyweight boot camp at 12, yoga at 12:30, and abs and core with Luis tonight at 4:30. So you got a full lineup of live classes today. Hopefully we'll see you all at another one today, and have a great rest of your morning, and I'll see you all